What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Box Out Boys podcast. We are the NBA podcast of the people, your home for lukewarm takes and substandard analysis. I'm Titus Two Shots Dominguez, and with me tonight, it's Chris, the Stats Man Gorman. Hit him with the stats, Chris.
Most teams made trade deadline trades. There were three that did not: the Spurs, the Heat, and the Rockets.
Oh.
Everyone else, though, participated.
Everyone else made some sort of deal. Well, his heart has been traded. It's the Lombard Troy McCroskey. Get that, Joe.
Can I cash out my over under now that this has happened? Am I allowed to? Chris is just absolutely not. No,
I think that should have been part of the
keep the countdown going, Joe.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to keep the countdown going.
Maybe fewer updates. The count up, the count
there
up.
There might be fewer updates.
Might be fewer updates. Yeah, a lot of Bulls moves. So big for us. A lot of Wolves moves. Also big for us. Some of us. Let's not say all of us, but some of us. And obviously just a ton of action at the trade deadline. That's our show tonight, trade deadline. If I made that clear. No big trades, I guess, but we can just go ahead and get into it. Start ripping through, Giannis.
That's the big one.
No Lucas this year, but definitely some, what was I say? Shakeups, some big shakeups here. So, Joey, run us through some of the big ones, and we can kind of just take them one at a time here. A lot of trades to go over. So,
the first one up, which I think is probably the most surprising one of the lot. On the 3rd, so 2 days ago, early kickoff of the week, Grizzlies and Jazz got into it here. Grizzlies traded away Jaren Jackson Jr., the big piece in this one, John Conchar, Jock Landale, Vince Williams Jr., for Kyle Anderson, Walter Clayton Jr. Seems like a Titus. You're a fan of Walter Clayton, right?
Yeah, I liked him from Florida. Yeah. Solid.
Taylor Hendricks, Niang, and 3 first-round picks. So former Defensive Player of the Year and Jaren Jackson Jr., the big get here, plus the 3 first-round picks to the Grizzlies.
3 first. Yeah, definitely one of the more surprising trades. Obviously, I was thinking Ja might be on the move, but it turns out it was Jaren Jackson Jr. It does maybe signal a bit of a rebuild happening there in Memphis. But certainly surprising. 3 firsts feels pretty good for Jaren Jackson Jr.
I thought Joe was going to say, I completely agree. He's making $50 million for the next 4 years every year. It's a rich contract for a guy. And the thing is, he's getting paid at value, if not below. Like, I'm not that big on Jaren Jackson Jr. just because of the sense that it always bothers me. Players who don't grab boards and foul a lot. He's like a
for his size.
It's like a better defensive cat, not as offensive, because they both just foul a ton. So I don't know. I don't know how big of a. I don't like it as much as maybe some others do. Yeah.
Joey, what was your initial thought when you saw it?
Yeah, I thought this was signaling significantly more for them.
Right.
This one seems weird that you would trade him and then can keep Ja. I know. They said the offers weren't very great. There wasn't a lot of interest in them, but I feel like at that point you take whatever you like. I don't like Ja's good enough to win you some games. I mean, I know they're not really high in the standings now, but I don't know. This one seems confused. It seems like they thought like they got it done early, they would have more time to kind of shop the market and see what they could get. But I don't know, 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, I mean
that's a lot.
It does seem like it signaled a couple things to me. Again, like what you said, I thought there was going to be more to come because this was from like Tuesday or something, but nothing ever happened with Memphis again. But I think one of the sort of trends I noticed was like a couple of teams, Utah specifically, and then the Wizards. We'll talk about some of their trades later on. Sort of seeming to say like we're going to try to win a little bit here and giving up on the tanking and trying to get picks. They seem to be moving in a different direction. Obviously, with like Utah getting Jaren Jackson Jr., pairing him up with Lowry and Ace Bailey, and they had the other rookie that's doing really well. So it does seem like they're maybe like, we're done we're done doing this. Let's try to win some games. Let's move
next year.
Yeah,
though,
next
right? Like Walker Kessler's another piece. Canty George has been great.
Yeah.
Are they? What are they going to push for? They're going to take again. This
Yeah.
Jazz team. Like there was somebody talking about like Reddit had like some post about how oh man, it was a really smart move trading Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. Look at the return. And it's like you also have the last 4 years of just misery.
Yeah.
Like, is it worth it? Like now, sure, because you got through it, but these 4 years are just like
4 years would have been tough.
I don't know.
The Grizzlies have gotten 7 first-round picks in the last 7 months for Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson Jr. That's a front office who knows what they're
must
doing.
Be nice.
That's the thing. The Grizzlies always they draft well, they trade well, but they never
win.
They get far. They never get far.
They get
There's
right
hope.
there. There's hope. Yes, there's hope. Want to go on to the next trade?
Yeah. Next one, close to our hearts.
Yes.
The Bulls pick up 3-team trade here. Bulls, Pistons, and Wolves all involved in some action. Bulls take Mike Conley from Minnesota and Jaden Ivey from the Pistons. The Pistons take on sharpshooter Kevin Huerter. Dario Saric from the Bulls, who was there for a cup of coffee, and a 2026 first-round swap with Minnesota. The Wolves got some cash considerations in this.
Considerations.
That's my favorite thing to write. Cash consideration. So big piece here. Jaden Ivey for the Bulls, obviously. Mike Conley's been moved on already.
Yeah.
And Kevin Huerter to the Pistons. So the big question here, I think, is what were the Pistons thinking? What was, not in a bad way, but what was their goal with this move?
Yeah, to me, this felt like, taking a shot with a piece that maybe wasn't really working out for them in Jaden Ivey, somebody that just couldn't really, get a footing in their rotation. Obviously the injuries have been an issue over the last couple of years, and then taking a shot on a guy like Kevin Huerter, who's not shooting the ball really well this season, but is a known shooter and hopefully can be a spark for them off the bench, coming in the playoffs, give them a little depth. That's what I felt. Chris?
So we're talking about the Bulls. That Bulls trade. Okay, fine. I love this for the Pistons. I love. I think Herter's great to pair with Duncan. 3-point shooting. I think they're like 23rd in the league. Pistons are 3-point shooting. That's one of their weak spots. So again, someone like Herter's perfect. The Bulls are, it's cool. Jaden Ivey's like a nice, talented, spark plug that could become something.
Yeah.
And I love that they got Conley and then traded him again. So now like Conley could actually come back to the Wolves because of the Andrew Bogut rule. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, no, I thought I actually like this trade. I thought this was a smart move for the Bulls to get someone like Ivey.
Yeah, I did like the buy low on Ivey. Joey, did you agree with that one?
No, when this was the first one that kind of came through the pipeline, I was excited. I thought, okay, they got something cooking here. They're getting a 23-year-old player. Probably didn't work out, like you said, didn't work in Detroit with Cade and the injuries, but it seemed to make sense knowing that they had some other work to do. So early on Tuesday, I was excited about this move. I think I still like this is probably the shining piece of this. Like if you look at Giddey, Ivey, and Buzelis, like that's not terrible. The only problem is do you think you're going to be able to convince him to sign because his contract expires, which we'll see as a theme in every trade we talk about involving our Chicago Bulls. This contract ends at the end of this season. So
it does. Yeah. That's maybe the most interesting part about it. I do, like the buy low a little bit on Ivey. Certainly a guy with pedigree should be, let's see what happens. But yeah, immediately having to kind of sign him, and it just seems a little bit interesting, maybe considering some of the rest of the moves that were made by the Bulls. Yeah. So
the only thing I can think is that they're hoping, because there's not a large body of work, there's not going to be a ton of interest in other teams coming out and offering, exorbitant amounts for him, because it's pretty much whatever they're going to see for this half of the year will probably be the best view of him that any team will have. So, we'll see, but
he's restricted, right? So they can match whatever offer.
I believe he is the only one that is restricted of the ones that they've done.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind them if they, go ahead and get your offer sheet and let's see what set the market for you and go from there.
Yep.
I like that. Chris, any other thoughts on Ivey? Or want to keep it rolling?
He was a Purdue guy.
Yeah,
always like root for those Purdue guys. So, let's go Ivey.
Squivy, Zach Eady, get them all in here. All right, let's move on to the next one. Another one involving the Bulls, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. A couple hours later, maybe an hour later or so. Bulls deal center Nikola Vucevic and a second-round pick to the Celtics for Anthony Simons and a second-round pick. Anthony Simons also on a restricted or expiring contract.
So this one for me, I'm just like, why? Are they just doing a solid for Vooch? Does AK just really like Vooch at a personal level? He's just like, you know what, buddy?
Like Euro, it's the Euro, just Euro power.
You go try, go win, bud. Yeah, I know you don't want to do the playing anymore. You go. I got you over here. You're welcome. Meanwhile, Simons is the same contract in a duplicative position that they don't need. So this was a weird one.
It's slightly more expensive of a contract, actually. I think when you look at it, I think it's like $4-ish million more.
And is the second round pick better or worse? I don't know.
I think I think this is considered an all around equal trade.
Yeah, was this the good second round pick? Because I know they got a couple of like one good one and then one that was like that's actually really not that good. Maybe this was the good one.
Yeah,
or it's going to be like in the 30s, the low 30s. So it's almost a first round pick. But
this one might be. Yeah, I think you're actually right. I think this is like the second. Yeah, it might be one of the very early second round picks, like the 32nd or something like that.
I mean, obviously I love it for Vooch. It was funny. Michelle was also a fan of Vooch, like your children, Joey, and she was like, "Wait, Vooch is gone," and I said, "Yeah, but to the Celtics." She's all right. That's fine. So yeah, good for him to kind of get a chance. I'll be interested to see him in some real playoff minutes this year and next year if they keep him around. That's interesting there. Anthony Simons was surprised that the Celtics kind of got rid of him. He's been a solid player for them, and give him a little depth going into the playoffs. So it's interesting that they kind of were like, we need the big help and went that way. And then for the Bulls, again, a little bit of a head scratcher. I do like, again, I think this was coming off Jaden Ivey. It was another nice little buy low and maybe signaled what we saw the rest of the time here of moving on from some older guys. So, but he is sort of a known commodity, I guess. Anthony Simons, we kind of know what he is in the league, and I guess moving off of Vooch. But like you said, for the similar money, it just seems kind of like a neutral wash of a move.
I think what gets me in this one, what haunts me is I want to know who called who, like who initiated the conversation.
That has to be from Boston, right?
Because if Boston made the call and said, "Hey, we're interested in Vooch," that like signal, right? Hey, they want a big, right? Everybody knows they kind of need a big. All right, they need this guy. They think they've got a chance this year. They think this is a potential like piece to help them, be competitive. Like that's when you like you got to get more, right? Like
this is one. How do you not get
this is the one where like How do you not get a first? How do you not get 4 second round picks? Like we'll see in another trade. Like you get one and one. You get the exact same contract back in a duplicative position that you already filled with a player that you kind of just traded for, 2 hours earlier. Like a similar type player, and then you just met like I don't get it.
That's why it feels like this was a Boston initiated thing, because they're probably like, we're looking for Vooch, we're willing to give up Anthony Simons, and the Bulls just were like, oh my God, let's do it.
The contract works.
The contract works. All right, we'll get a second. They're gonna toss in a second to get rid of Vooch. Like,
but wait, we had to toss in a second too.
Cool.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, no,
it's all equal.
It's high 30s, high 30 or low 30s. Look, let's go. Like, I just don't. Yeah, I don't really. This is when it started to get a little bit curious for the Bulls, and obviously we'll get to the rest of them, but
it got curious and it stayed curious.
So, all right, next one.
Clippers, Cavs, same day. This was later in the evening now, so we're winding down the Tuesday onslaught.
Tuesday was crazy.
This was kind of rumored though, kind of building. Harden had been away from the team, but he ends up going to Cleveland for Darius Garland and a 2026 second round pick.
Yes.
Let's look at it from the Clipper side first.
Yeah. I think who was it? Zach Lowe was saying this, that based on that, like the contract that they signed Harden to, that was kind of why the signal that they weren't going to keep him the rest of the year. So the trade seems like that was kind of reading the tea leaves there. That was going to happen. They sent him to Cleveland, another chance to compete again. What did they get back again? You said,
or 2026 second round pick and
Garland. Yeah,
that's it.
I mean, I guess you're getting a shot at Garland, another one of those kind of swapping for an opportunity for a guy with a new scene. So it seems like that's kind of been the
12,
MO here.
12 years younger, 13 years younger, something like that.
10 years younger, 36 to 26.
I get it from the Clippers standpoint. I think it makes perfect sense. From the Cavs standpoint, I feel like I get Darius Garland has been injured a lot, and he maybe doesn't have the stats or prowess to show from postseason runs, but you have the body of work from James Harden that you have seen in postseason runs, and I don't know. I guess they're hoping that Donovan Mitchell's going to carry them for 3 games of a series, and they need Harden to show up for 1 kind of thing, right? Like we need you to show up 1 time, 1 out of 7.
They're not asking Harden to close. Right?
Yeah.
I kind of like this trade for Cleveland as a win now. Harden's been having a great year. And I think they know that their window with someone like Donovan Mitchell is 2 to 3 years, and Harden fits that timeline perfectly. I remember when we were talking about like Giannis destinations, like, oh, could they trade Mobley for Giannis? Like, no, why would you do that? It's such a different, but they essentially did that with Garland for Harden, right?
Yeah.
Just got someone so much older, but Harden is an eyesore to watch play basketball. So I don't know how much Cleveland I'm going to watch, but he, I think it's a solid move for them to win a couple rounds in the East. I think they're better now than they were than with Garland. And for the Clippers, Kawhi's gonna probably miss the rest of the season after this, aspiration potentially. Hopefully something, I don't know,
something.
And so Garland's a good future piece because they're clearly looking beyond. Just this year, which was crazy because they went 15-3. They're like the hottest team, and they do all these moves. It makes.
It's classic James Harden, right?
Makes a little sense.
Yeah.
I don't even think this is James Harden. Like, I thought this was more the Clippers.
Clippers kind of went a little crazy, but
usual. I've got a insider in the Cleveland market, and the reports coming out of Cleveland from the local media and everybody was not a single person in that town is happy about this.
I could see
nobody liked Harden. Oh, that's funny. Wow.
I don't know if it's that they hate Harden. I think it was they viewed Garland as their homegrown. Right?
Oh yeah.
Like, he was their guy. They had him this whole time, and they gave up on him because his big toes kept hurting him, kind of thing.
His left toe hurt. Yeah, and
he's got both toes, Chris. You got it.
Right, and then that affected the other toe. Or because he put more pressure on it. Yes. There was sentiment that Minnesota dodged a bullet because Harden was like, maybe he'll be the point guard. It's like, all right, well, we missed that. We dodged that one at least.
Dodged that one. Missed me with that. Yeah, interesting move for Cleveland. I don't think it helps them really. I mean, I think. To Chris's point, they're better than they were yesterday or before they made the trade. But
one underrated thing, Harden plays when he wants to.
Yeah,
he's always playing. So Garland,
it's a body.
He's only played 25 games this year. I don't know if he was actually,
It seems
it's interesting.
For lack of a better word, it seems desperate a year too late. It seems like this was the desperation move last year.
Yeah, but I think last year when they were doing so well, they didn't feel like they needed a desperation move. And then they said because it's a year too late, instead of like going for the throat last year, they kind of like let's play it out, and then realize they don't have enough, and then now they're kind of scrambling and got Harden. Yeah, I agree.
They're not getting past my Pistons. My Pistons.
Oh wow, I love this that Joey's adopted the Pistons.
You adopted them before the season.
Yes, he's been on them.
I was on them since the New York series last year. So
yes, this is an acceptable.
It's not too fair weathery.
Not too fair weathery.
Not too fair weathery. It's perfect.
Well, that's enough on the fat suit.
Yeah. The fat suit.
Going into the next day, first trade of Wednesday. This is probably the big trade. Yeah, the big trade of Wednesday for the most part. Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Can't escape D'Angelo Russell. Wherever he goes, I go. The Wizards get Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, and Dante Exum. The Mavericks in the absolute haul: Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley III. None of that really matters. What does matter is this year first round pick from Oklahoma City, a 2030 first round pick from Golden State, top 20 protected, a 2026 second round from Phoenix, 2027 second round from Chicago, and a 2029 second round from Houston. So Anthony Davis for basically, and they got back 2 first rounds and 3 second rounds.
Those first round picks are garbage. The Thunder's pick, and then
this year,
and then it's like, oh, the Warriors. Oh, it could be top 20 protect. Okay, like what?
In 4 years.
Yeah, like what are we even?
They didn't get anything. AJ Johnson, he's been a bust.
Chris Middleton.
Like,
I mean,
this was worse than you reading it off. I didn't realize how bad of a trade this is for Dallas.
Yeah. When you look at the picks, when it comes out right, and Sham says 2 first round picks and 3 second round picks, you're thinking, oh, that's really good. And then you look at where they're coming from. They're not good.
Basically high seconds. That's brutal.
This is
just keep Anthony Davis at that point. Did they just want to move the stink off of the Nico thing?
I think
that has to be what
exactly
this is,
right? From 367 days prior.
It's the exorcism of Nico.
Yeah, this has to be the Cooper Flag's the real deal. We're completely pivoting off of everything that has happened, and this is our new future.
I mean, Middleton's fun, but yeah, sorry.
It's just crazy. And I don't know about you guys, but like I can't take this trade on its own. It has to be framed in the Luka trade initially, right?
Yeah.
And like I think I said in the group chat, they got 2 firsts for Luka. Is basically what they had. 2 terrible firsts.
Really bad firsts.
It's just insane to me that's you gave up this franchise cornerstone top 5 player for a guy that for 31 games of Anthony Davis that you ultimately traded for 2 trash first rounders.
Yeah. There was a thing I saw about how Atlanta, how they made the trade for Trae Young for Luka, and they got like Cam Reddish. It's like, oh, that wasn't that bad of a trade if you look at it. What Mavericks now have. All that. But
after all that, they got this.
This to me reeks of ownership coming down and saying, I want this done. We fired Nico. I want this guy off my team. And I don't care what it is. Like you're not going to be judged by this deal. See whatever you can get and take it and get him out of here. And I don't want to ever hear about him ever again. Like we screwed up. Stop the bleeding and let's move on.
Yeah. Try to give me some first so it looks good in the announcement.
Right. In the press release, it looks good.
Press release.
Conversely, I love this trade for Washington. They got Trae Young, Anthony Davis, Alex Zar. They have another guy.
They didn't have to give up. Oh my gosh, Bilal Koulibaly.
Yeah, that Frenchman. He's still there.
Frenchman.
They have a guard. I can't remember his name. He's a rookie. He's been okay.
Yeah, but they
Keyshawn George.
Yes.
And there's a stat I saw that the Wizards for the 47th year in a row will not win over 50 games in the regular season. 50. So like, could Trae Young and Anthony Davis do that for them if they play 50? Maybe.
Probably.
I kind of like the Wizards after going to next year. So
them in Utah are on the we're done with this tanking crap.
Right, yeah,
we're just trying to win something. Let's get into that play-in.
We'll take the play-in spot.
Yeah.
That a certain team is going to hopefully be vacating here shortly.
Yes. But that was, definitely a play. And like you said, Chris, AD and Trae is interesting and fun.
Could be fun.
So, could be fun.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving.
All right. Same day, a little bit later. Bulls, Hornets, and Thunder get mixed up here. Bulls get Colin Sexton, Ousmane Dieng.
Ousmane Dieng, right?
Ousmane Dieng. There you go. Ousmane Dieng. A 2029 second round pick, the worst of Denver or Charlotte. Worst of Denver or Charlotte. 2031 second round from the Knicks, and a 2031 second round from Denver. So likely not great in any of those second round picks. The Hornets receive Mike Conley, Kobe White, and a 2029 second round pick, best of Atlanta or Miami. And the Thunder grab Mason Plumlee out of this deal and consequently waive him immediately. So the big deal here, Colin Sexton for Kobe White. Let's call it what it is, straight up. It's essentially what happens here.
Another why
scratcher.
Got a second, I guess.
Expiring deal as well. Colin Sexton.
Expiring in seconds.
Colin Sexton is I think 7th all time in negative box plus minus. So I was looking at him for the
right behind Levine.
There's nobody else on the list. Yeah. Shut up.
That's right.
Nobody else on the list.
I think Sharif Abdul-Rahim is number 1, notorious for like just losing but scoring like 20 points a game.
Unbelievable, man. This guy goes from potential most improved player to traded for a bag of balls.
This was the moment where I looked at this and said, is this the front office being like, damn, we fucked you guys over for like 3 years. We should have traded you all immediately after the playoff run or like halfway through that season. And we're trying to like save face to the league here as a, hey, if you come to Chicago, we're going to do right by you if things go poorly. Because there's no other reason to make this trade. There's nothing in here other than he's from Charlotte or from the Charlotte area and he went to North Carolina.
Yeah.
That like you would go out and make this deal. They would have been better off, like not better off, but they could have just kept him. They could have done nothing.
That's such a good positive spin on it that I did not think of. That's
not even like positive. It's just like, why else would you decide to do this? And not again, I would have rather them come out today now and been like, hey, the best offer we had was this. And we held on to him till the last minute, hoping we could squeeze a first round out of somebody. We didn't get it. This was the only offer we had on the table. We didn't do it. We'll take our chances at signing him, or if he walks, he walks. Great. We would have shit on him for it, but at the end of the day, we wouldn't have been confused.
Well, with the one surprising thing with me with Kobe White is that how nobody around the league looks at him as a winning player.
He sucks, Chris. He's not good.
Just on the Bulls.
Yeah. I just thought he was better than this, and maybe I went too high after being now I need to come back a little bit.
Yeah.
In fact, they got because like Cam Thomas got waived, right?
Yeah.
So like he's a slightly better version of Cam Thomas, maybe, because at least they got something for him, but
they just waive him.
I think the problem is everybody saw what he is a volume scorer sometimes. And it's like
that volume scorer
like,
sometimes.
You're gambling on the consistency, and like if you need somebody to come off the bench and consistently give you what you need, like he's not that guy. On a team like the Hornets, I guess, like from their standpoint, they're looking at it and going, well, when Connor Knippel needs a break,
yeah,
I mean,
a perfect spark plug off the bench,
come in there and light it up for you. So it works from their standpoint. I think they absolutely
great
out of this. Like they're major winner here.
It's just another. I mean, like you said, head scratcher, but it's just another example of the Bulls front office just screwing everything up. They waited too long on him and Vooch to get anything for him. And here we are. Same thing with Zach. I mean, at least they did those two guys a favor and sent them to Boston and Charlotte versus Zach, where they sent him to the hell of NBA.
Yeah.
And then just fumbling their biggest assets. I mean, I guess you could say the Caruso trade is a little bit of a wash because Giddey's been a solid player, but like not getting full value for Caruso and then not getting full value for Ayo, it felt like, in the moment, and then I feel even later it's going to feel that way. It's just crazy. I don't know.
I guess if you want to do like 2 steps removed, you can say Zach LaVine turned into Jaden Ivey, so maybe that's a positive. If he signs a contract, and
is that a good thing?
Is this a good thing?
I'm trying to find the positive. I'm still trying to be high on Jaden Ivey because there's not much else to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think you mentioned it earlier. He's the best piece that we have from the entire deadline.
Yep.
So it's something with a little interest, something to watch, but certainly nothing that you're like. I think I still don't know the direction. You know what I mean? After all these trades, I still really don't know what the direction is here.
It almost, maybe this is another thing. It seems like, perhaps they were thinking We don't want anybody to compete with Buzelis. Like we don't want to put another player because that's what they needed, right? They needed players of like his position and type. And it was like, well, no, we don't want anybody to take away his minutes and shine. So we're just going to get all the guards in the world that can score and just basically have a bench of scoring. And I don't know. I can't figure it out. Cannot figure it out.
No.
Makes no sense. But yeah. All right.
Chris, anything?
No, I had nothing to add to that.
Yeah,
I just enjoy just like try to find more positivity. Let's just move on. Let's
move on. Your time's coming. Your time's
positivity. I'm just trying to figure out like what the thought. Like I really want to know like what were those conversations like? Who called who? Hey, Hornets, you want Kobe White? We'll take nobody. All right.
We'll take nobody.
Later in the evening, the Bulls and the Knicks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go through that one. Chris caught this one about 10:30 last night.
Yeah, the late shift.
Yeah, I rolled over and checked my phone, just hoping for Giannis news so I could wake you guys up. Saw Chris sent this one, and then I saw I had another tweet from Shams, and I saw my one. But yeah, the Warriors and the Hawks got into some business here. The Warriors finally rid themselves of Jonathan Kuminga. They've been hoping for, and Buddy Hield goes along with it. The Warriors get Kristaps Porzingis.
Ooh.
Head scratcher of all head scratchers. I think this one is tough to follow. I think understand. I don't get it.
This was my favorite trade.
I don't get it.
Talk to us, Chris.
What don't you get? Kristaps Porzingis is a 7'4" 3-point knockdown shooter. Kuminga, what's Kuminga doing in Golden State? It's good that they're finally able to move off of him. He goes to Atlanta, who's already got. I mean, Nickeil Alexander-Walker is doing way too much over there. I think someone like Kuminga can maybe help out with ball domination. That's the good move. I don't know for Atlanta. They just want to get off of Porzingis. Porzingis is like a fun commodity that plays 40% of the time. So I think it's a fun move for the Warriors to try out because they didn't have, it's better than. Honestly, it's better than what the Bulls were getting for like. I mean, with all these seconds. It's like the Warriors at least got a player that could play a position of need for them. When
Warriors could have had a Vooch, they could have taken Vooch. Just kidding.
Would you want Kuminga? And,
Kuminga or Anthony Simons.
Kuminga, I think.
And Buddy Hield. So it's like
knockdown shooter.
Maybe. I think AK is like, you can give me a second. No seconds.
No seconds.
No seconds. No deal. No deal.
Yeah,
no seconds here.
No deal.
Or go to Boston.
Where are the seconds, guys? Boston's got a second come my way.
I feel like this is the nail in the Warriors like coffin for.
Yes.
Like, I feel like it's over. Like this is the. Like what? He's probably like a 3-year contract. I didn't even look it up because I know it's not. Yeah. It's not expiring. Chris is going to look it up right now.
I have his. I'm already on his page to see if it's expiring.
Oh, is it?
Okay. It's not bad. But then what is like? They're going to re-sign him?
Yeah, get him for cheap, maybe.
I guess
if he likes the culture of Golden State. Porzingis could be so fun with Steph. Or you could give him range.
Guess Steph and
Draymond can finally play the floor.
Is he even playing now? I mean, is he still out with his solvable illness? I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, it's like,
but it's just like
sounds like it's actually unsolvable.
I thought they kind of figured something out, but he's still been kind of in and out of the lineup.
I guess I just get concerned when the entire league spends an offseason talking about how this trade saved the Atlanta Hawks, right? This was the trade that was supposed to launch them.
The Warriors either should have. Am I back? What's happening?
I don't know. One of us was lagging. Go ahead, Dennis.
Figure it out. No, I said this is just such a half measure for them, and instead of kind of going all in and trying to do something around Steph, they're just sort of like picking up these scraps. Like, what can we get that, like Chris said, is kind of fun and interesting, but ultimately nothing. You know what I mean? It's Kristaps, so it's so half committed to this, to trying to give Steph one more run. I think it's kind of laughable in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you said it perfectly.
I think
if he couldn't save Atlanta's season, why do you think he's going to save Golden State?
I don't think Golden State's going to ask Kristaps to do that much though. Like Kuminga wasn't doing anything.
No,
right? And Buddy Hield was
he's got to do something.
So like, I think you're right. Anything from Kristaps, it's better than what they were getting from Kuminga.
It's probably a great point. This maybe seems like we're trying to get off this Kuminga saga that's been around us for way too long. Steve Kerr obviously wasn't a fan. It wasn't a thing. So they just needed to.
I guess if it's not enough to get Giannis from the Bucks, then you're like, okay, well, what's the next best thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I still don't like it, but okay.
All right. Well, let's go on to the next one.
Let's do it.
That'll just make everybody real happy. Some happy, some sad. Today's first move of the day that was reported. The Timberwolves pull off the move to get their point guard. Well, kind of point guard. AYOOOO gets their bench punch. The Bulls return, get a Rob Dillingham, a Leonard Miller. Older brother was traded from the Bulls in one of these deals as well. Emmanuel Miller was shipped out in this trade deadline. And the big winner here, 4 second-round picks from Minnesota.
Chris. Over the top.
Chris.
Oh, we are 36 minutes in. We finally get to talk about the top trade of the evening, guys. Ayo Dosunmu, the number one player that the Minnesota Timberwolves wanted, the real fans wanted. You know, all this Giannis talk about like, but when you really get down to it, Giannis was going to be like Jaden, Julius, and Nas. And it's like, hold up. Let's get a little dicey. Let's give us Ayo Dosunmu, 6'5", shooting 46% from 3. And what do you want? Give us. There's a lot of different options here. The one thing that kind of hurts Rob has been brutal. I think he's got like the second worst like advanced stat plus minus some.
Can you just keep it to Ayo stats?
No, for
Joey's
so Ayo. It's funny. His stats they mirrored.
All right, next trade.
Mirrored Ayo stats with Jaden McDaniels, and it looked like as if Ayo's like the guard version of Jaden McDaniels, which like this defense can look
essentially what he is,
lethal. I love it. Rob is 21 years old. I'm going to keep watching him to see what he can do.
A lot of upside there.
He'll probably get minutes for Chicago, even though there's like 6 other guards that might play for them too. I don't know. Ivy and Rob, dude, those guys with Giddey passing the ball, who knows?
Don't forget Colin Sexton.
Ayo, Ayo was the get. He was the guy for the Timberwolves. He's the best fit. It's been great.
No, you know what? I'll keep it positive, Pete, here because we've kind of done the Bulls for, like Chris said, for 36 minutes here. We've beaten the Bulls to death. This is a great pickup for Minnesota. When I saw it come across, I was like, wow, they got Ayo, because obviously people were talking about Kobe going there, Ja, all these other weird possibilities. But to get
DeMarcus Cousins is like, hey, Ja and
to get Ayo Dosunmu on Minnesota is just such a pull. And for really not giving up much of anything, congratulations. I really hope he does well there. It'd be exciting to watch him through,
vicariously.
Real fandom. Yeah, vicariously. Like, come on, Ayo. Awesome trade, man. That's a good one. Joey? He's just down, man. He's just down bad.
Did you want Ayo to re-sign with the Bulls? That was kind of like your expectation.
What the fuck are you doing? Like, you draft somebody in the second round, right? Everybody else passes on him. He's from Chicago.
Second round is big.
He goes to U of I, right? He's from the South Side. He goes to U of I. You get him. Comes in extremely raw. You coach him up. You turn him into like an extremely serviceable bench player. And then you trade him for this. It makes no sense. It just like you could have cut out half the trades you made and like put that effort towards finding a way to sign him. Like it just doesn't make any sense. Like I just don't understand why the one success story you have, right? We always talk about them being really bad at evaluating talent. And this is like the perfect case of it, right? Like they overvalue shit talent and then they undervalue talent that they got for nothing, had for cheap, and didn't manage to hold on to and keep long enough. I said like tongue in cheek in the group chat, right? Like, oh yeah, a homegrown talent, second round or late pick to Minnesota. We haven't seen that deal before, and I feel like we're just like witnessing it again. And it's just, he's so young. He fits the mold of how Billy Donovan plays, right? Like comes off the bench, all defense, like all speed, downhill, everything, but can spot up and shoot. Like you could have skipped Anthony Simons. You could have taken more picks. Like you could have negotiated. You could have like worked some of these deals better, and not had to do this. But I feel like because they worked themselves into such a corner of taking on all these other players in similar molds, they were like, shit, we've got so much, we have to get something back. And the best they thought was, well, at this point, let's go take whatever second round picks, whatever anybody's willing to offer.
And Rob.
I keep saying that.
Yeah.
And Rob.
I think to me, of all the things that AK has done, this to me is like, this is the offense that should get him, shipped out of town. This one's bad. This one's really, really bad to me.
This dude, hilarious.
He is I know, whatever.
I just don't know. This is the straw that broke the camel's back trade for you, because this is like the fourth one of like, what is this? Because at least before you're like, well, Kobe's from Charlotte, Vooch, their friends are doing him a solid. Like there's all these other things, but
Zach,
like
I got like Kobe had run its course. Like you had seen what you needed to see. Like that guy had plateaued, right? Vooch, you had everything you were going to see from him. Like I was in the peak of his best season you've seen from him, and every season he's played, he's only gotten better and better and better. And then you turned it into this. It just makes no sense.
It's just crazy because it seems like they sell low on everybody they have, even guys that are in their prime and they should be selling high on. Like that's what's crazy. But I mean,
expiring contract, I can't. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it. I'm getting a bullsy, but I'm trying to keep it positive here for Minnesota, because this is. I mean, I really do now. I am very curious to see Ayo in the Western Conference playoffs. He's going to be in some serious playoff games.
Yeah.
And let's see, does that shooting hold up? Does that defense hold up? How does he work in the Minnesota system?
Yeah. That's the only reason I think I'm not super mad, because like I want him. Like it's like when Caruso went to OKC, it was like, well, at least you got a chance. Like they did right by you, but like I think you guys stole one, and he's gonna watching him play in that, like, oh dude, with Ant, like the defense is gonna be so good.
It's gonna be
like fun. You can't switch, like teams can't switch on them anymore.
That was the thing. Conley's the thing, they could just like attack Conley now. Okay.
Yeah.
They go switch to Jaden. You switch to Julius, I guess, is the weak spot, kind of, but he's like a big boy. So
yeah, who are you drawing up? Wow.
It's awesome. It's awesome for you. Terrible.
Scale 1 to 10, Chris. How excited are you on this one?
I like an 8 or 9.
Okay.
I think that's
I want to be tempted. Like,
but yeah.
I think I don't know if the odds of them, going to the finals was like 7% before this. Maybe it's 12% now, right? It's still a long shot, but it's just nice to see them making the right move.
Yeah.
It's nice to root for a team that I see the trades they're making. I'm like, this makes sense, as opposed to
they had a need and they filled it perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah, I bet that's great.
With a dude who's already cheap, expiring contract, but is going to command some money, but not like a ton of money. Like they're going to have a great shot at signing him.
There was and also like these trades got the Wolves under their first apron, so there's no tax penalties. They get the mid-level exception, and then because of that, they're able to like sign Ayo and still be on their tax next year, assuming it goes up by a certain amount. So like everything, like they could re-sign. Like it's beautiful. It's a beautiful move.
My beer.
Cheers to Chris.
Yeah, man. So, you should go buy an Ayo jersey.
I might. I have the hat. This is Ayo's draft day hat.
Yeah.
So now if I can just get like I don't know if it would make sense to have a Bulls hat with a DeSumo Wolves jersey, but
you could be like, hey, look, man, I'm from Chicago.
Who knew like 3 years ago, and I was choosing Ayo over Kobe. I didn't know they were both going to be shipped out of town on the same day.
Both worked out pretty well. You turned out, I think, right in the end. Ayo is the better player.
He was a better player. He's a better all-around player. Not the better
Be cool
score,
if I can
but
meet IO.
Yeah.
At the season
I mean-
tickets, so maybe we'll do a meet and greet.
Yeah.
Take a
Be
picture
awesome.
with I.
Tell them I miss them.
All my buddies in Chicago miss you.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like from the Bulls side of, like he's not a superstar. You know what I mean? He's like you said, Joey, a solid rotational bench player.
That's what they
He's a
need
nice
right
piece.
now.
I mean, yeah, we can at the risk of turning it into the Bulls dump fest. I'll just keep going. But yeah, it just seems like whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one
Whatever,
confusing. Can't wait to
All
hear them to try and defend it. All right, last big trade we had on here. Late last minute, Pacers and Clippers. Pacers get Zubats and Kobe Brown. Zubats. Clippers pick up Benedict Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, 2026 first round pick, 2029 first round pick. Sorry, second round, and I didn't write what year, but another second round pick must not have been listed on it. So Clippers, Benedict Mathurin, slew of picks. Zubats goes out to the Pacers.
Okay. I mean, I didn't hear that Mathurin was in there. It's a little bit of a piece there for him. He was getting minutes in the finals. But Zubac, they got their replacement for Miles Turner. It's good for them.
Yeah.
They'll be ready to go next year.
Yeah,
Chris, you like this
I
one?
did not put that piece together. That's well
That's what
said.
it was.
Yeah. That's an
I
upgrade, I
love
think.
it. He doesn't shoot,
Yeah.
but
He doesn't
he's
shoot, but-
perfect to fit that.
Yeah.
And like you have Jay Huff, who's probably still gonna be on the team next year to be the range big.
Yeah.
I love this trade. I think what's interesting is that draft pick that the Pacers gave is protected 1 through 4, and then 10 through 30, I think. So like there's this window where it's like a 47% chance it could fall, or 26% chance it could fall in that window. That then the Clippers get it. So it's kind of a nice gambling thing that will be monitored. See, I mean, the Pacers might not win another game this year. Now I don't know, like if they want to keep that pick.
Yeah.
So I think it's a fun trade. Zubac is still on the books for a while. It's a perfect contract. It's like $20 million a year, a little under. And Benedict Mathurin never really fit within the Pacers because he's kind of like a Kobe Cam Thompson, he's a shooter.
Yeah,
he wants the ball, and the Pacers like to pass and create pace. So good for him to go to play with Garland and the Clippers. Such a weird Clippers, guys. What is the Clippers?
Yeah, we can. They just blew it up, huh?
Something's coming.
Something's coming, right? Is that
It's
what
gotta be?
You don't go 15-3, whatever it was, and then
Exactly.
blow it
ship
up.
out these two guys. Like
You're like, you know what? No, we gotta trade Chris Paul. Well, Chris Paul's already gone, but
yeah,
Harden,
He did
Zubac,
get
get rid of two of
or
the.
no,
he did.
He did
Yeah.
the Raptors.
He's in the Raptors.
Then he's not going.
But they told him he doesn't have to report it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to come here, bud.
Amazing.
You're fine.
Hey, man, you're good.
Don't bother with the passport.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones. I'll rip through just
Rip
for our
small
for our
ones.
listeners out there. Dennis Schroeder, Keon Ellis went to the Kings or to the Cavs. DeAndre Hunter went to the Kings. Vit Krejci
Oh
to the Blazers for Duop Reith, some picks. Duop. The Thunder pick up Jared McCain, TikTok dancer.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
76ers clean up with some picks through that. A whole lot of picks. A lot of conditions though on them. A lot of best of and worst of type thing. Good.
Goodbye Lolo for OKC.
Yeah.
The Cavs got off Lonzo Ball. He went to the Jazz. Which is good for them.
Hey, so
Bulls
did
picked
the
up-
Bulls win that trade, the Okoro Lonzo Ball trade?
Absolutely,
I guess.
hands down. Yeah. I mean,
Hey,
maybe not
great move there,
anymore
okay.
because you don't need to have someone like Isaac Okoro, but whatever. Anymore. Yabusele to the Bulls for Dalen Terry. Not that exciting.
Oh, Dalen Terry again though.
Yeah, Nick Richards. Oh, Nick Richards made it to Chicago. I forgot that one snuck in late today. So they got a center, I guess, out of all of this.
Okay.
The Bucks got Nick Richards from the Suns. The Suns got Cole Anthony and Amir Coffey. Then Nick Richards eventually makes it to Chicago, and Ousmane Dieng goes to Milwaukee. So they got somebody, I think, over 6'11", because as of early this morning, they didn't have a single player over 6'11". And yeah, that's about it. Oh, the Knicks picked up Jose Alvarado.
That was the one I was. Yeah, I
Doesn't
like that
really
one.
matter.
Yeah, that's a sneaky little pick for them. Little energy guy. New York's gonna
He's
love
like a
him.
ninth guy.
Yeah,
like
New York
in
is
the
gonna. That's
playoffs
fair. New York is
in
gonna
New
go
York.
for.
Yeah.
New York's gonna be like, yeah, do that shit. Do that weird hiding shit.
Oh, Luke Kennard went to the Lakers
Oh yeah, I had that one highlighted and I didn't even talk about. Yep, to like for Gabe Vincent.
for Gabe.
Okay. For Gabe.
Formerly known as Gabe. Now he's Gabe Vincent again. Nobody talks about him anymore.
He's a two-name guy now.
He's a two-name guy.
All around though, I'd say
Yeah.
more active probably than I think
Than
we
we thought,
anticipated. Bulls, obviously, I think the big players, and I don't mean to beat that horse, but they were the most active. I mean,
Crazy active.
They cleared house. They cleared house so much that my dad has canceled his CHSN subscription at the end of this month. He's done.
Same.
Wow.
I say
he
same.
It. He canceled it.
That's what did it? Is because
he's like I don't know any of the players, and he's like I don't really want to watch them try and lose games. I was like, yeah,
that's fair.
That's fair.
He's
like not for $20 a month. I don't want to watch him lose games.
For $20 a month. No, I did it. I actually just did it before the podcast. Because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, well, there's no point now. I was kind of already.
Did you cancel it? You did it?
Yeah, I canceled it, and then they asked for a reason. I put other, and the team sucks.
Yeah,
team competitiveness.
I should have been more specific. Should have said the Bulls because obviously Comcast Sports
fair.
Is a lot of teams.
But except the Blackhawks, okay. But
like, hey, because Michelle said the same thing to me too. She goes, who is even left that I know? And I said, Buzelis is it. And she goes, yeah, that the young kid. And I said, yep, that's it.
Buzelis and Giddey. I mean,
this is the thing. So Joey, I wanted to I know you're telling your kids were really upset that the players got traded. I don't think you shouldn't be introducing your kids to these Bulls players. It's kind of like introducing to if you were a single parent and you're interested in this girlfriend, you're like, you don't know if they're gonna stay around. It's don't.
I've been on 3 dates.
You can't do that. You know what it is, guys? Is I saw myself in my interactions, right? So my dad is upset that they're trading these players. He's like, Kobe's great. How could you trade him? Vooch is fine. He's going through all this, right? He's attached to the player. Yeah. And I'm sitting there going, oh shit, I'm attached to the player too. And then when I said my kids would be upset, I'm like, fuck, my kids are attached to the player. Right. Yeah. They attach to the player, which then attaches to the team. And it's like they become this dependent on them.
Yeah.
And unintentionally, I've never told them to root for Vucevic. I think they just liked his name and they liked, just
he's
the big guy, right? He's the big guy. He's Vooch.
Making shots, game winners.
Right. You could say Vooch. It's kind of fun. I think they just kind of attached to it. But yeah, there was some shouting. There was a hand throw from Piper. Ooh. She said, who am I even going to root for anymore? I think I'm just going to have to root for somebody else. And I said, we can do that. I said, Uncle Titus loves to switch teams every year. You could be just like him.
Hey,
I was telling Ava that because her favorite player is Naz Reid. I told her that he might get traded. She was like, no, he's like the glue. You can't trade him.
He's like the glue.
Sicko shit. Just, hey, I think it's time, Joey. You start watching those Pistons games with your kids, man.
Yeah.
You bring them in.
That's right. Bring them in when the time's right.
Time's right. This is Cade Cunningham, guys.
And then they'll come crawling back to the death thralls of the Bulls fandom when they're in their teens.
The thing with the Pistons, if you introduce them to the Pistons, then you're gonna have to be like, "Who's this guy fighting everybody every other game?" That's Isaiah Stewart.
That's Beef Stew.
Don't look, guys. Don't look.
That's Beef Stew. Who's this redheaded guy hitting all of his corner threes? Oh, he used to be a Bull. Don't look at him. Don't look over there.
Since we've been crapping on the Bulls a lot, another thing I want to crap on is the Pelicans.
Yeah,
news came out that they were talking about how they think they still have a playoff roster. They've won 13 games. What are we talking about? They're not even in the same in the same way.
Yeah, no Zion moves.
When you make a really old former player, old head, your general manager. That's what you get. What are you doing?
Unreal. The only make that one trade that's sent for Dalen Terry.
Yeah,
Dalen Terry. Trey Murphy's fine. Keep him. Zion. Why wasn't there more buzz for Zion?
Yeah.
They need some kind of center. Zubac. They could have gotten Zubac. They had a better package than with Mathurin. I don't know. There's just stuff with that team that's just crazy. And then the Kings. I guess nobody wanted Levine. DeMar is probably gonna get bought out. I heard.
I mean, those contracts are ridiculous.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing.
I think a lot of teams would love a Levine or DeMar, like the style. I just don't think they don't want the money.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the Pelicans, man. I just Pelican can't with that team anymore.
Can't.
The Pelicans. Wow. Yeah, interesting deadline. A lot of head scratchers. Anybody you feel like? Well, I guess we can start with you, Chris. Anybody you feel got significantly better after the deadline?
That's a great question, Titus. I think a lot of people are going to see the Jazz, but we're not going to see that really until next year. The Wizards will be fun too. Yeah. But I mean, that's why the Timberwolves the best team,
the biggest winner. Yeah,
for the next 3 months. Yeah, I think it's the Timberwolves. I don't know who else, like Alvarado to the Knicks, maybe.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Luke Kennard for the league. Yeah,
I mean Harden to the Cavs is probably
Harden's
in that
up
mix.
I'm so low on that.
I know. I'm not excited about it, but
yeah,
you know, if you're just doing like winners,
he isn't like Kristaps to the Warriors, but you know, if you start seeing Warriors win, Kristaps is dropping threes. It's like,
I've been a fan of the Kristaps show. I've seen this movie. He had one good game in the finals, guys. We need to let it go. As a Kristaps,
it was a great game though. Like, didn't he have like 4 blocks in the first quarter or something? It was just hitting threes.
They looked unbeatable with him, and then
it was pretty filthy. It was a wild game.
Then it was it. That was it.
It was a splash.
Yeah, he played like one other game, but like limited minutes, and then he kind of disappeared. But turns out they didn't need him. I will throw the Celtics in there as another mini winner.
Vooch,
a need there.
It'll be fun to see Vooch because he doesn't guard rim very well.
Yeah,
it'll be fun to see him on a team that consistently wins games and how much he can actually,
Nobody hated Vooch in Chicago when they were playing well. I mean, we just started hating him when they got bad because his weaknesses were exposed. But on a team where there's not a ton of weaknesses and they can cover for him, he's quite serviceable.
Like he's a good pickup for him.
He's great at what he does, and he's really bad at what he doesn't do. He's not mediocre at it. He's just bad.
And I think he'll be motivated. I think he's going to get a little shot in the arm there. And
he was motivated here. It just the team was not good. And they put him in a position he wasn't made for.
That's what he did seem like a little bit frustrated at times this season with just kind of how young the team was. Yeah. And I think
the good thing about him too, like, I mean, he plays, he's available. He does not miss games. That dude is a lumbering ball of health.
Anything else with the deadline, guys?
Used to be ours. Shocked the Rockets didn't make a move for a point guard.
Yeah.
It's a good one. And despite all the Heat rumors that are always around, they made no trades.
That team's a joke. They're turning into the Bulls just with better players,
better coach,
and holding on to their assets too long and like overvaluing their talent. Like they think Tyler Hero is the second coming of Michael Jordan at this point.
But he's definitely gotten to the point where there's no value there.
Right.
There's no. They could have traded him for something a couple years ago, and
everybody's seeing what they need to see, and it's like, that's it.
Yeah, they're like Bulls with a lot more ego.
And a quasi superstar in Bam. Like they have like a serviceable player who can win you games.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, we'll be back next week. We want to do maybe some All-Star preview, or we want to maybe wait.
Yeah, we didn't react to the selections. There's still, and I think it's good because there's still like Kawhi just made it, so there's probably gonna be some other stuff.
Got reserves.
Yeah. The teams have been drawn. I really didn't love they just went young and old. I thought kind of weak. I guess, but I hate this new format. Whatever.
Yes.
All right. Well, that is it for us tonight. Follow us on social media at the Box Out Boys. Slide in those DMs. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review on YouTube, Spotify, and TikTok. We very much appreciate that. So for me and the boys, until next time, guys, Box out.